Hey guys, once again here bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and whoever designed this mission is an absolute monster. Fire this man immediately. What is going on? So we got the stages for the anniversary battle today, the 9th anniversary part 1 and 2 and the 10th anniversary part 1 and 2, and I haven't even got on to the 10th anniversary stages yet, because the 9th anniversary part 1 has a mission to beat the stage with 6 super bosses characters, so a full super bosses team, and then obviously that gives you the skill orbs for I actually don't know which way round they are, right? It's either going to be Beast Gohan or Broly. Now the super bosses team is a team that has not really received any major buffs for quite some time, and this mission has been an absolute nightmare.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer every night.
Now bear in mind that for the stage in general, part 1, there is a mission to beat the stage with no items. Wow, I've had so many more attempts at this, I've run out of the film reel things. Let me just throw on... I don't even know. Let me just throw on the Android's heal one, I guess. Oh, I didn't change the friend leader. This is how much of my my brain is just completely scrambled by this stage now. So shout out to anyone that was here at the stream earlier today, where we tried for 2 hours to beat this mission. The first few attempts, like the first good few attempts of that, obviously I was trying to do it with no items, trying out a couple of different team builds, but then even once I started using items, I still have not been able to beat this stage. It requires an insane amount of RNG, because even with an item, like, you only get 2 turns of coverage with that item. So if we bring a Whis, you get 2 Whis, so we get a what, 40%? Oh god, there's no orbs in slot 1. Actually, you don't need orbs on turn 1, I guess. It's only turn 2 onwards, but it means you can't super. Yeah, so you get 4 turns, essentially, where you're going to be able to have this coverage from the Whis. So, ideally, you want to be able to, if you can, at least get through, like, the first turn without having to use an item, right? Because, you know, you can't beat this stage in, like, 5 turns. So, of course he didn't dodge. So you want to try and be able to reserve the item usage for as long as you possibly can. And then ideally what we're going to be able to do is have 4 turns of the item usage, and then hopefully the very final turn, if we get to the end, the very final turn will be like Cell Max active skill, because then his defense will be so high, like he won't be able to take damage regardless. And then yeah, we just kind of kill him on that turn, hopefully, with the damage output. But yeah, the team is in desperate need of some serious buffs. I guess we've got Tech Zamasu's in slot 7 then, right? So he won't be appearing for the first time until turn 3, and he has 80% damage reduction on his first turn. So hopefully he should be okay. But the thing is, I've tried enough attempts at this now that I know that Tech Zamasu, he has 80% damage reduction on his first appearance, and then it drops to, I think it's like 60. Actually no, it's dropped to 40. I had him die to a super with a Whis active, like on his second appearance, because this Beast Gohan is no joke in terms of how hard he hits. Now obviously you could try and fight Broly instead, but I feel like that event is just too long for this team to be able to survive in that situation. This also is just awful. We can't get 6 orbs for the trio, 7 orbs. Can't get 6 orbs for Kefla. Like, this whole thing is just a mess. So I guess if we do this, of course there's no green orb spawned in at the top. Is there anything I can do here? Not really. I guess we just do this so that you can at least super attack. And then, yeah, we'll just have to go ahead and throw out the first item and hope for the best. But, I mean, the trio have a 50% chance to dodge, obviously just as part of their base kit. But if they don't dodge at the end here... I mean, they might be able to tank normals, I guess, with the Whis active, because they do greatly raise defense on their supers. But yeah, super bosses is just not in a good place. Like, unless you have, I guess, AGL LR Jiren would be a really good unit to throw on the team. I think what's going to happen here now as well is I didn't realise how low his health was. We could have taken the risk because he didn't super in slot 1 in the end. We could have just taken the risk and actually not used the item here, because Broly would have taken about 30-40k from that normal in slot 1. And now if Broly just kills him, that means we basically wasted that first Whis. Yeah, great. Oh, well, he didn't kill him. But if he doesn't super, then yeah, we wasted that Whis. Great. Because we could have just killed him here with Broly and Kefla and then gone into the next turn and used a Whis. So, but that's the thing, like the margin for error in this event is so small because of how bad the team is. So I want Cellmax to get hit because he needs to build up his defense. So let's do this and float off Frieza, because at least he is supporting the whole team. I want to try and make sure we've got orbs for the trio, although we floated them off, so there's no point trying to save orbs for 2 turns. Oh, what an absolute nightmare this mission is. So yeah, crazy. They drop a stage, which is actually tough. Like, you know, the bosses are doing very solid damage. And then they give you a mission to beat the stage with a team that hasn't had serious buffs since AGL Jiren, which I guess for Global was very recent. But yeah, like the only units on this team who are even still, I would say, in an argument for being usable in the current meta is like Cell Max. I mean, AGL Broly you can get away with in some situations, especially in slot 3 after he gets off a bunch of supers. Kefla's been dodge or die against difficult bosses probably even since she got her EZA. Her EZA obviously turned her into a crazy damage dealing machine, but she's never been like super good defensively. So yeah, the team just really struggles. We do not have like top tier offensive or defensive. I mean, Cell Max actually offense wise is really good still, but yeah, the team just is not where it needs to be able to beat a mission of this sort of difficulty, especially with no items. Right now I'm also missing physical Topo. You could definitely make a build that has like Jiren and Topo as a rotation that could probably be quite good, but man, this team is just severely lacking in a number of ways. And yeah, it's very noticeable. See, we don't have the item active here. I feel like we could... Oh, there's so many attacks in slot 1. Yeah, because I was going to say, we could take the risk, but we just can't, because I have to play the turn like this, so I can't take the risk. I mean, if I do this... I did not mean to do that. If I do this, at least we... if we don't get supered in slot 1, at least we're kind of set up for the double Broly rotation with the transformed Broly. But, man. All it takes is for him to super in slot 1. My Broly is built for full dodge, but obviously with a unit that doesn't have any dodge in their passive or anything, that's still not a crazy amount of dodge. But then he dodges it anyway. Let's go. I mean, we got the Whis active, so... Without the Whis, we would have been taking damage from all of the normals, so it's probably still worth using the Whis here. But this means we should kill him this turn. But it puts us in a situation... This is the problem that keeps happening with these runs, is this puts us in a situation now where the next turn, we've still got the Whis active, which is all well and good, but, you know, we're probably not going to... We're not going to one-turn him, right, in the final phase. So... We've got the Whis active for the next turn, and then that's it. And unfortunately, we do not have Cell Max. Ideally, we'd want to have not have Cell Max on the next turn, because at least then we'd be able to get the target ability with Cell Max off on the turn where we then don't have an item active. But it is what it is. So, I mean, we're going to kill him here, obviously. And then we have the first phase of the first turn of the last phase. We still have the Whis active. But I don't know. It's basically all going to come down to we're going to have this rotation again for after this next turn. We'll be able to transform one of the Brolys, and then it's kind of just going to come down to a case of does Broly survive in slot 1, and if he does, then good, and if not, then it's GG. So yeah, I'm not going to be able to get 7 orbs. I'm going to have to use the target ability because I'm not going to be able to get 7 orbs. So. God, what an absolute nightmare this is. What do you do with, do you give attack up with AGL orbs? With an AGL orb obtained, all allies get extra attack. Yeah, I think we should do that, because then that boosts Selmax's attack power. So if we do that, obviously we've got to do this. I know where the super... I think he always supers as like the 5th attack, so he's going to super in the middle anyway. But the problem is either Zamasu or the Broly trio would just get annihilated on this turn by the normals regardless. So the target ability is there to protect them both on this rotation. So yeah, let's see how we go. I mean, we got the Whis active, so with the post-active skill defense and the Whis, like, there's no way Selmax can actually even take damage. So we don't need to worry about that. We just need to do as much damage as possible to him on this turn. And so things like the Broly trio doing 1 super with no crit is obviously not what we want. Selmax with the 32 mil. We need, this is one of those turns where we need the RNG. Like, Selmax needs to come in clutch with the additionals. Otherwise, it's going to be a tough one, because we need transformed AGL Broly to be able to kill Gohan on the next turn, or at least the combo of the double Broly, right? We need them to kill him on the next turn. Well, I think we have Frieza, don't we, in slot 3, so we're getting the support as well. I think we might have actually clutched this, depending on how this pans out here. I mean, obviously, we know we're taking double digits from all the normals, and only Selmax is being attacked. Zamasu has the 12 mil. At least he got hit a couple of times, got a little bit of build up. But I mean, he's still got a lot of HP left. So it all comes down to AGL Broly. Alright, who has the most defense out of these two? They're basically the same, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, so we'll transform you. Put you guys together, and the hope is that with the combo of this should be a pretty crazy amount of damage in one turn, so the hope is that it will be enough. So we'll do that, and then grab those for you, and here we go. So double digits in slot 1 or dodging, that's what we like to see. And then we got 28.5. So it's all just going to depend on how many supers we do between the two Brolys. Because if we're doing like a bar, oh, it's going to be so close. Because we've got no item active, so I don't know if... I mean, I guess full power Broly could potentially survive a super from the Beast Gohan after attacking multiple times, but I'm not entirely sure. Obviously, we've got the support from Frieza, but it's typical that I didn't have enough support reels for that movie boss's buff, because I feel like on this turn, we probably would guaranteed be killing him with the two Brolys if we had that extra 10% from the support memory. So that buff being missing here is actually probably going to play quite a big role. But I mean, look at transformed AGL Broly, just getting all of these super attacks off. And then if he doesn't get supered, okay. I think we got this in the bag now, right? I mean, I guess AGL Broly could completely sell me out here and not do, like, additional supers, but a certain number of them are basically guaranteed, right? So, oh, finally. My God, this took me over 2 hours of attempts. Like, well, I think at this point it's almost 3 hours. And like I said, the last few bunch of attempts, I've literally have been using items. So we finally managed to get it done. This is by far the toughest of the missions so far of the anniversary. Who even knows what the next one's? I know there's a corroded body and mind mission for the 10th anniversary part 2 stage. So, I mean, obviously physical Janemba and Int Janemba going to be good there. But man, what an absolute nightmare that mission was, just to get our final mission for part 1 done here and get our gold skill orb for Beast Gohan. But man, that was absolutely crazy. So let me know how you guys got on with the Super Bosses mission down below in the comment section. One absolute nightmare. If you did beat it with no items, like I say, like, damn, that is impressive. Let me know what team build you used, but yeah, this mission was horrendous, and I'm glad it is finally over and done with. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.